Hey everybody, welcome back to Chaos Gaming. My name is Wes, and today we're going to be talking about the fact that new games could be costing $69.99 on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Now, according to the price tag for NBA 2K21, the price for this game is potentially going to be $70. So the $59.99 games you're used to on the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, the PS3, the PS4, that all is potentially going away with the release of the next generation consoles. What are your guys' thoughts though? Are you ready to spend another $10 to buy a next generation title? The price doesn't seem justified, especially for a digital version of a game. Now, if this is a physical version, that's either a collector's version or a deluxe version of the game, I can understand a $70 price point. But if this is the standard price point for all games coming out in next generation consoles, then I'm going to be pretty salty because, with digital games, you really don't have to worry about, manufacturing the actual copy. You don't have to worry about any of the, manufacturing of the physical disc. You can kind of just like release it on your console and then have people download it from your store. But this $10 hike seems ridiculous, especially when some of the games in the current generation that sell for $60 don't even give us that $60 value. So how are these same publishers that are selling their games for $59.99 that aren't even giving us value for the $59.99 copies, how are they going to give us the value for a $70 game? I don't understand it. Now, there's obviously going to be an exception for some AAA games that actually care about their product. For instance, Cyberpunk 2077, The Witcher 3, Breath of the Wild. I can understand those games being $70 because they're so well polished that they're worth that $70 price tag. But for a game like NBA 2K and Call of Duty that kind of gets recycled every year, I don't understand how that's worth the $10 price tag, especially when that's not even factoring in DLC that you have to buy, as well as in-game microtransactions that are somewhat predatory depending on the game that you're playing. And what's really sad about all of this is game publishers and game developers could easily hike the prices up for games and they still will get people to buy their games. There's not going to be any repercussions. The only way to really stop people from doing that is to just like not buy their game. But then again, like if every developer and publisher decides to, hike the price another $10, then consumers are kind of up shit creek without a paddle. But what's really interesting is the rise of game streaming services like EA Access, Xbox Game Pass, Uplay Plus, PS Now, and a bunch of those other game streaming services. They're actually making their games much easier for people to get a hold of because of the low barrier of entry. So I personally think if game developers raise the price for their games to $70, then the rise of game streaming services are just going to skyrocket. What's the point in spending $60 or $70 on something when I could pay, $9.99 to get access to like a slew of different games and be kind of content? Now, one thing that we do have to mention is games are getting even more expensive to develop, so I can understand in some cases of having to hike those prices up. But at the end of the day, I really don't think this price hike is a good thing, and I think it might bite developers and publishers in the ass if they try to do this. Now, what I'd be interested in is, would this be imposed by every single game publisher that releases games, or for instance, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo? Well, the first party titles for those consoles have that same imposed price tag of $70. I could see Nintendo and PlayStation probably imposing that price, but I really don't see Microsoft doing that because they have Xbox Game Pass. Literally every first party title on Xbox you can get on Game Pass at a very low cost barrier. I would be really curious to see your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you ready to spend $70 on a next gen game, or can you barely spend the $60 that it is right now? As always, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel with your notifications on, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook. The link is in the description. And until next time, this has been Wes from Chaos Gaming, and I will see you guys on the next one.